A warning. I'm going to put your world upside down. We are going to put your world upside down. So far you have used SPSS to analyze your data, and I want to challenge you, if you could come back home next weekend, the first thing to do is to delete SPSS from your computer. I want to challenge you never ever to use p-values again. Just get rid of those p-values. Stop with testing the null hypothesis. But of course, that's a warning. I'm going to challenge you to do extreme things this week. Bayesian statistics, that's really extreme. At least it sounds extreme. But of course, the scientific truth is somewhere in the middle. Of course you're not going to delete SPSS, and I'm fully aware of that. And of course you're going to report p-values because reviewers ask for that. But at least during this week, there's no middle ground. Extreme opinions. We're going to argue against null hypothesis testing. We're going to argue against the use of p-values. Never ever to use p-values again. So that's the warning. And I also publish papers where I report p-values. So, you know, I'm pragmatic. Sometimes I'm a Bayesian, sometimes I'm not. But during this week, I'm a full Bayesian researcher. Yeah? And I'm going to try to convince you to become Bayesian. The probability of your hypothesis after seeing the data is what we call the posterior. So the posterior is everything we know after observing the data. The posterior. And the posterior is proportionally to the prior, everything we know before observing the data and the data itself. So we have prior knowledge and the data. There's no equality sign over here because later on in this week you will learn that the probability is actually defined as follows. We have the probability of your hypothesis after seeing the data, you have the prior, you have the data, and there's something else over here, the probability of the data itself.